Hello everyone, welcome to ABC Interactive English. I'm Mike.
I'm Kim.
Part C, good table manners.
How much more can we talk about good table manners?
Well, I think we have pretty good table manners. If we didn't before, we do now,
yes.
right? We know about the Western utensils and the different plates. We know about the chopsticks. Don't point your chopsticks or stick them in your bowl or something like that. These things seem kind of silly, but they can be important,
yes.
right? And especially if you're eating with people who are important in your life, your boss, the parents of your boyfriend, girlfriend, you know, we've given those examples. These are things that you might want to try to do. And if you don't do them, people might think of you in a different way, right? So
right.
If you were, let's say you were on a date with someone, first time you'd met the person, or you know, you were the boss and they were your new employee, are any of these table manners things that you would go, oh?
I think two things. The two things that bother me the most when people have bad table manners is eating with your mouth open.
Ooh, chewing with your mouth open.
And burping.
And burping.
I hate that sound.
But people here might burp, right? They might do it quite openly.
Oh, yes.
And in Western countries, they wouldn't.
But I think if you're eating, just try to, you know, stay silent.
Interesting.
No noises, it's gross.
Yeah, okay. I think that one's okay. But definitely chewing with your mouth open. I don't know any reason why you would why you can't chew with, well, maybe if you have a cold.
Okay, I'll let it slide there.
Then you can't breathe because your nose doesn't work right now. But yeah, otherwise, I don't want to see your food.
No, and I don't want to hear the slurping
and I don't
either.
want to hear your food either.
That kind of like,
yeah.
Oh, I hate that.
That's a strange one. And I guess maybe also talking when you have a lot of food in your mouth. Right? That's something you don't want to do. And here's one actually I try to do. I don't know if it's table manners, but if I see someone just ate a big bite, I won't ask them a question.
Oh, that's very observant.
Well, because you've ever had that, right? And someone's like, you just take a big bite of your sandwich. So, how was your holiday? You know, so these kinds of things maybe aren't quite as important, but they just make people feel uncomfortable.
Yes.
And it might be something to avoid. But yes, everywhere you go, I can't think of a culture in the world where chewing with your mouth open and making a lot of noise where that's okay.
Nobody wants to see or hear
Japanese people slurp their food, that's okay there. It's but chewing with your mouth, that's just one. No one should do that. I think we'll stick with that one. Let's find out more from Foster and Emily. Ooh, they're gonna be having an important meal, so let's hope it goes well. Foster and Emily are having a meal with her family.
I just took the last roll. What should I do with the bread basket?
You can leave it on the serving tray over there.
Okay, please excuse me.
Thanks for doing that. Oh, hey, why are you reaching across my food?
I'm trying to get that pepper shaker.
Okay, good table manners, part C. So what's going on today? Oh,
well,
it's very important.
It's a very important day because Foster and Emily are having a meal with her family.
Ooh, okay.
Ooh, big pressure there, Foster.
So that's Emily's family, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I think they're from Western countries. They're from overseas. So this is important for Foster. He's having dinner with his friends' parents and maybe eating in a way that he's not used to. So he's going to have to remember all of those table manners from day one, or for part A of our dialogue. So let's see how it goes for him. Well, he begins. He says, I just took the last roll. Oh, okay. So they're eating a bread. In this case, a roll is a small piece of bread. We might also call that a bun. Right, a small piece of bread, and often in Western meals, you'll have a basket or something with bread rolls right in the middle, and you can just eat it through the meal. But he took the last one, so now the basket or whatever is empty. All right, there's no more. He had the last one. He says, "What should I do with the bread basket?" Interesting. Well, actually, I would say before this, before you take the last one, Foster, if you want to be very polite, ask anyone else if they want it.
I know, he just took it.
Yeah,
Can't
you
do
might
that.
want to say, does anyone want the last one? Can I have it?
And then if someone says yes, you're like, oh.
But then you
Right.
give it anyways.
Because you're polite.
Because you're polite, yes. But anyways, so there's this empty plate or this empty bowl there. What should he do?
Well, Emily tells him, you can leave it on the serving tray over there.
Oh, okay. So just, help to clear the table a little bit and move it over there. As we mentioned, a roll is a piece of simple bread. It would just be normal bread. It won't be anything fancy with chocolate or nuts or anything like that. It could be, but these types of bread rolls, they might also call them dinner rolls.
Yes,
it's
very
simple bread. You put some butter on it and you eat it with your steak or your salad or your fish or anything that you want. It's just a small amount of bread for one person.
And she tells him, you can leave it over there. So leave something is to put it in a place, and then because you don't need it anymore, you have no more use for it, you're not bothering with it anymore, then you can just walk away. So leave your dishes in the sink is something that your mom might tell you. So take your dirty dishes, put them in the sink, and you can go. You don't have to stand there and stare at them or anything like that. And leave also to go away from a place. So when you leave a restaurant, leave school, leave your house, you're just going from one place and you're walking away to go to a different place. So it's kind of the same idea.
Yeah, exactly. And it seems that he did leave the table for a while because he says, okay, please excuse me.
Good manners.
This is also, very good manners because he's saying please, which is always nice, and excuse me. In other words, I have to leave. I don't want to be rude. I'll be back, but I do have to go now or something like that. So we can imagine he gets up from his seat. He walks to the other side of the room. He puts the bread bowl or bread basket on the serving tray, and then he comes back. And that's when Emily says,
thanks for doing that.
there you go.
Yeah, that was very nice of him to do
nice.
that.
Sure.
But then, Foster is about to do something that is bad manners.
Is he going to chew with his mouth open?
I hope not.
Oh, no.
She says, oh, hey, why are you reaching across my food? Oh, bad manners, Foster. You don't reach across people.
Yeah, it's kind of rude. Yeah, especially when you're sitting next to them at the table. There's something just past them that you want, so you reach over them or reach over their plate or something like that. Put their arm in their face. Try not to do that. But there's a reason for him to do this. He's not doing it just to, cause trouble. He says, I'm trying to get that pepper shaker. In other words, there's something on the table that he would like. It could be the salt and pepper. It could be some water or something, or it could be a bowl of food, the salad or the bread rolls, and he wants to have it, use it, get it, but it's far away, so he kind of stretches a little bit, reaches a little bit, and he kind of gets sort of near another person or near their plate. That's where it kind of gets a little bit rude, because when you reach, you are sort of stretching your arms, stretching your body. You might stand on your toes so you can reach something that's very high. You might even get a chair and stand on a chair so you can reach something that is far above you. But the idea here is that it's not quite easy to get, so you have to try extra hard or take an extra action in order to get that thing.
Right, and he's reaching across her. Now, across can be two different things here. First of all, we know as across the street. So you're here, and the thing that you want is over there, so it's across from you. But in this case, reach across someone is to put your arm or your body or whatever part in front of them like that. So you're trying to get something that's in front of or beside this person, so you need to go across them to put yourself in front of them. So that's what he's doing there.
Exactly. We're just showing you the direction he's reaching. He might reach around someone, reach behind them, reach over the person. In this case, he's reaching across, and it's just a little bit too close. Like, you don't want to reach that far if you're going to be that close or reaching across another person's plate. Let's take a break and we'll find out what Emily suggests he does next time he wants to reach for something far away.
If you want something and it's far from you, ask someone to pass it to you.
I apologize. I'm still not familiar with all the table manners here.
It's all right. I also forget my manners at times. All right, so Foster has just committed a mistake. He's reached across Emily. She is not happy. She says, if you want something and it's far from you, ask someone to pass it to you.
Oh, I can ask for it instead of reaching for it. That makes sense.
It does make sense,
Yeah.
but not to Foster, apparently. he
That's
just
true.
wants it.
That's true.
Maybe he just really, really wants the pepper.
Well, that's a good question. Why didn't he know that? But anyways, the thing he wanted was far away, and that's why he reached for it. When something's far, it's a great distance. It's not an easy distance to cover. It's many miles or many meters or many kilometers or whatever, okay? So from Taipei, Kaohsiung is pretty far. Right? From Kaohsiung, Hong Kong is quite far, but Singapore is very far. All right? So we're just talking about distances, and we're using far to compare something that might be close or near. That will take very little time to get to and very little distance between, to something that is far, or we could also say far away, that is a greater distance and will take greater time to get to.
Hey, and she says if it's far, then just ask someone to pass it to you. Very easy. Pass is to get something that's close to you and give it to someone else. Yeah. So it's over a short distance. You're not going to really pass something like down the street to someone. It's more like this thing is just over here, but I can't reach it, so I will ask you to pass it to me. So it's a short action.
Absolutely. And of course, that's the same verb we would use in basketball or in soccer. You can pass the ball to someone, all right? You're doing an action to give the ball to another person. So now Foster knows you shouldn't reach, you should ask, please pass me the pepper, is basically what he should say the next time. And so he knows he's done something kind of rude, kind of wrong. So he says sorry, or he says, I apologize. In other words, I am sorry, right? When you apologize, you're basically saying sorry. And then he kind of explains why he did this. He kind of gives a reason why he made this mistake. He says, I'm still not familiar with all the table manners here.
All right, well, there's still time to learn.
I don't know about that. I think that's the table manners in many places in the world.
Not giving him
Don't
the
reach
benefit
across.
of the doubt.
I don't know about that one. But anyways, it's like, oh, in America where I come from, we just reach for things. We just use our guns and shoot at what we want. I don't know about that.
It's true. I'm from America.
It is true,
it's
right?
True.
No,
it's
that's
all
not
true.
That's not. But I think passing things is kind of an international thing.
You kind of ask for something
I'm not
before
sure, Foster.
reaching for it.
But anyways, all right.
Well, it seems like Emily forgives him because she says, it's all right. I also forget my manners at times.
Oh, that's it. He just forgot.
Oh, he
just forgot.
Sure he did.
He didn't sleep a lot last night, so he forgot that he should not reach across and stuff. But anyways, so when you apologize, that's just a fancy way of saying, I'm saying sorry, all right? If you make a mistake, you should apologize. If you hurt someone's feelings, you should apologize. If you take something without asking that person and they get upset, you should apologize. You should say sorry. The action of saying sorry is apologizing. And we apologize for anything we've done wrong today. I don't think we did anything too wrong.
That's because we have good manners.
We have pretty good manners.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us, guys. We hope this was helpful to you. If you get in trouble at your next meal, it's not our fault. So try to remember these.
We tried to warn you.
We did try to warn you. So try to remember these good tips because they will serve you well now and into the future. So be well, take care, have good table manners, and always remember to say please and thank you. Please, thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Foster and Emily are having a meal with her family.
I just took the last roll. What should I do with the bread basket?
You can leave it on the serving tray over there.
Okay, please excuse me.
Thanks for doing that. Oh, hey, why are you reaching across my food?
I'm trying to get that pepper shaker.
If you want something and it's far from you, ask someone to pass it to you.
I apologize. I'm still not familiar with all the table manners here.
It's all right. I also forget my manners at times.
Hi， 大家好，我是 Stephanie。那我们今天来看单字，第一个呢是 roll， 名词，面包卷。The bakery sells fresh rolls every day。面包店每天都会贩卖新鲜的面包卷。第二个单字呢是 across， 它是介系词，越过，从一边到另外一边。I pulled my seatbelt across my lap。我将我的安全带从大腿一侧拉到另外一边。那第三个单字呢是 pass， 动词，传递、递送。Can you pass the pepper, please？ 你可以把胡椒粉递给我吗？最后一个单字呢就是 apologize， 动词，道歉。Henry apologized for making a mistake。Henry 为自己做的错误的事情道歉。Apologize 搭配的介系词呢是 for， 后面要接的是道歉的事情。那如果你今天是要向某个人道歉，介系词就会是用 to apologize to somebody。比如说 I apologized to the girl whose toes I stepped on。我向被我踩到脚的女孩道歉。那我们今天的第一个文法重点呢是 What should I do with 加名词，我该如何处理？这个文法第一个让我想到的画面就是美国高中生视为高中4年里面最重要的 Senior Prom。毕业舞会，那大家都希望以自己最好看的一面去参加这个舞会，于是就会开始询问朋友说 What should I do with my hair？ 我的头发应该要怎么弄？或者是另外一种情境哦，当小朋友和父母撒娇的时候，父母就会被融化了，那父母就可能会说 Oh, what should I do with you？ 我该拿你怎么办？那更贴切一点的说法呢，就是真拿你没办法。第二个重点呢是 somebody is familiar with 加名词，某人对点点点很熟悉。I am familiar with the street， 我对这条街很熟悉。Familiar 呢是形容词，熟悉的。在这里我们要注意的是句子的架构。当句子的主词是人的时候呢，就会用 familiar with。可是如果今天主词变成物品或事情的时候，就会变成 familiar to。所以呢，刚刚的句子就会变成 The street is familiar to me， 意思是我对这条街很熟悉。最后一个重点呢，就是 at times， 有时候，它的意思和 sometimes 是相同的。像是 at times I feel lazy and don't want to do anything， 有时候我觉得懒洋洋的，什么都不想做。好，那以上就是今天的讲解 ，See you。
This is the latest IG hotspot in Taiwan. Paradiso stands out with its colorful surface. This has been recognized as the largest ceramic tile mural in the world by Guinness World Records. If you love coffee, you must come visit the unique container Starbucks. It is the first container Starbucks in Asia, the second in the world, and the largest on Earth. Paradiso provides all kinds of indoor activities. You can't miss the world's longest indoor slide. The huge spiral tube slide will take you on a 15-second magic ride.
See you next time!